A tool like MyFitnessPal with, all of these foods and all this information at your fingertips makes it pretty easy.
In this episode, you'll learn why it's so important to keep track of your daily dietary intake and your exercise regimen. You'll learn how easy it is to use the MyFitnessPal app and some of the cool things you can do with the MyFitnessPal app. So, listen in.
Welcome to the What Up Doc University podcast, your number one resource for total body wellness. Here's your host, Dr. Mike.
Hey everybody, this is Dr. Mike from What Up Doc University podcast. Today I got a special guest for you guys, one of my favorite health apps that I use every single day called MyFitnessPal, and we have one of the spokespersons for MyFitnessPal, Miss Elle Penner. Elle is actually she has a master's degree in public health and is also a registered dietitian, and she's the in-house dietitian for the app. And she's going to tell you a little bit about what MyFitnessPal has to offer for you guys. So, Elle, are you there?
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and kind of how you got involved with MyFitnessPal.
Sure. Well, so I originally have a bachelor's degree in communications from Boston College, and a few years after that, I went to pursue a master's in public health degree from UNC Chapel Hill, just mostly because I had a genuine love for nutrition on a personal level and wanted to incorporate it into what I do every day. I am the registered dietitian at MyFitnessPal, where I head up kind of all things nutrition. I do everything from, working with our product team on new features for the app, making sure our new nutrition guidelines are up to date. But I also actually incorporate my undergrad degree in communications to do kind of, nutrition communications for the company. I oversee our food and nutrition content for our blog as well as our newsletters, and also do fun stuff like this, talking to the media.
So, tell us a little bit about MyFitnessPal. What exactly is it? Because I know that actually a lot of people haven't. I've talked to a lot of people, and I tell them about the app, tell my patients, tell my friends, and they're like, well, I don't know exactly what that is. So tell our listeners a little bit about what that is.
Sure. So MyFitnessPal is one of the leading health and fitness apps. We basically help people set and achieve their personalized health goals, and which involves tracking nutrition and physical activity. If you're trying to lose weight or train for an athletic event or a race or something like that, we basically just help users kind of figure out what they need in terms of, nutrition and energy, and also help them track their fitness. We have a really robust database of foods, which makes exercise and food tracking really easy. We have over 5 million foods, I think, in our public food database. So we provide calorie information for those foods, but also the macro and micronutrients. So if you're interested in looking at fat, carbs, sugar, anything, we can help you track it.
Oh, very interesting. I looked on the app, and I know I use the app, and how do you guys get so many of the whole database? You guys have 4 million, 5 million foods. I mean, I went around and typing in obscure things, and it showed up on the app. How do you guys aggregate all that stuff?
Yeah, so we actually get our data from several sources. One of them is the USDA food database. So we get information from there, as well as other kind of large food distributors like Sodexo. They distribute a ton of foods. But we also get a lot of our food database information from our users directly. Any sort of packaged food on any supermarket shelf, we probably have it because either we work with one of these partners or one of our users has scanned the barcode, and if it wasn't in there, they could manually add that information into the database.
Oh, so you're saying that when somebody's going out, if they can't find it, and then they can just punch in the values of what they're reading on the nutrition labels?
Definitely, yeah. And they can also kind of create their own foods. So if you eat the same salad every day, you can create a food using the ingredients that you add to that salad every day, just to make it even easier to track.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like I said, I use it every day. And I've been going around and I'm trying to find something that wasn't in there, and I've yet to find something that wasn't in there. I mean, down to like some obscure things. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's already in there. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it definitely, I mean, it's just having that's the information that people need to have at their fingertips, right, to make food tracking easier. It's kind of known for being tedious and labor-intensive, time-consuming, but a tool like MyFitnessPal with, all of these foods and all this information at your fingertips makes it pretty easy.
why would somebody even want to use MyFitnessPal? I mean, why couldn't they just do it on their own? I mean, I've seen people keep food diaries before, so why should a person use this?
Yeah. Well, like I mentioned before, tracking your nutrition and exercise manually is very labor intensive. And it's just kind of too easy to give up on almost. But using MyFitnessPal, it makes it way easier, but you also just get off autopilot, and you have these insights that kind of help you make smarter choices. And over time, those small choices, those healthier decisions that you make every day add up and lead to healthier habits. It just kind of, I guess, tracking your food in general brings mindfulness back to eating. It kind of helps you think about what you're eating, when you're eating, and understanding the energy certain foods provide. A lot of our users, kind of realize right off the bat when they first start tracking with MyFitnessPal that some of their favorite foods are a lot higher in calories, even, from their favorite restaurants, a lot more energy dense than they initially thought. So it just kind of helps our users learn more about their habits and make smarter ones.
Yeah, that's so funny that you say that. My wife and I, we were out for, I think it was either lunch or dinner, and we were at a restaurant, and one of her favorite foods was a particular salad. And so I put it in the app, and it came back as over 1,300 calories for a salad.
Yeah, those are, yeah, that's what we call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we call the MyFitnessPal moment of clarity. Those kinds of realizations. I think, Kate Hudson at one point said that, she loves MyFitnessPal, and she said that she didn't realize that she was eating almost 1,500 calories a day in cashews. Healthy nut, healthy fats, but
Sure.
the calories do add up.
Yeah, because everybody's trying to be healthy, right? So they're trying to do things, but they may not be aware, like you were saying, they may not be aware of the caloric intake that they're affecting their body. Because I see a lot of patients who tell me, hey, I eat healthy. What's going on? I'm not losing weight. I'm not dropping the pounds that I want. What's going on? And then they use, MyFitnessPal, and they start punching it in, and then they start realizing, oh my gosh, I'm exceeding my caloric intake that I should be,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of do need to see it, see the numbers add up to kind of get an idea, of just how much or how little, you're actually getting from the foods you eat. But, it's not, we're really well known among those trying to lose weight, but we're also really good just for helping people maintain weight, which also takes work, or even people who are trying to put on muscle or train for an event. I actually really got into tracking my nutrition when I was training for the San Francisco Marathon last year, because I actually, realized that I needed more carbohydrates in my diet. I had to kind of be mindful the days leading up to a long run or the actual race day, that those carbohydrates really did make a difference in my performance and how I felt.
So you can put in different goals then, like you're saying training, and it'll spit back out a recommendation for you?
Yeah, definitely. So, if you're trying to lose weight, we'll kind of give you a calorie goal based on that goal. But yeah, likewise, if you're trying to gain weight or if you're doing a lot of athletic training, if you sync MyFitnessPal with one of our partner apps or your activity tracker, we seamlessly kind of share that calorie burn information, and that kind of adjusts your goal so that you kind of know where you need to be.
Okay, so like you're seeing like stuff like like a Fitbit, that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so
we partner with like 80% of the wearables out there. So like Fitbit, Garmin, Jawbone Up, those are the big ones, I think. But also just, other health apps, like MyFitnessPal is like a, exercise tracker, GPS type app that tracks your runs and walks.
Yeah, and also just the what is that? The Apple the health app that tracks your it has a pedometer and all that kind of stuff. It connects with that too, right?
Yeah. And
yeah,
you can actually track your steps directly within MyFitnessPal too, depending on the type of iPhone or device that you have.
Yeah, that's one of the features that I loved. And when I first started using it, it connected directly, and then it'll also tell you, right, like, hey, you've here's your caloric your caloric goal for the day, but it'll also tell you your adjustments, right, for the caloric expenditure that you did for your activity for the day. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's really cool. It's kind of a reward. You get more calories the more you move, right? It kind of makes sense. So a lot of our users enjoy that aspect, especially those who are trying to lose weight. They kind of feel like eating less is hard. So one way to kind of be able to eat more is move a little bit more.
So now setting up the app, getting it all started, is it cumbersome, for the average person, or is it very easy to use?
Yeah, no, it's pretty simple. You download the app, or you can sign up on the web. We're both on iOS and Android, as well as Windows, I think too. So yeah, you just basically need to enter in basic information about yourself, gender, height, weight, and your age, and then what your goal is. So if you want to lose a pound a week, gain a pound a week, maintain your weight, you just enter that information in, and MyFitnessPal will calculate an approximate calorie goal for you.
Very cool. So if you could put together, like, who would you say should use the app?
I really think it works for everyone. I'm very much into maintaining my weight, but I find it helpful just to kind of, look at if I'm hitting my protein or carbohydrate goals, depending on what I'm training for. But it's, also really great as a weight loss tool. Additionally, just, kind of for helping keeping those calories in check. So it's really for everyone. I know that sounds kind of generic, but it's true.
Yeah.
I think everybody has, can take something valuable from what they learned from MyFitnessPal and apply it to their health and, help them make healthier choices, because it's kind of it's a process. It's a journey, like we're not going to go from 0 to 100%, on the health scale overnight. So it's just kind of about making small improvements over time.
Now, have you guys got like testimonials back? Seen any type of pretty cool stories?
Yeah, we're always, like, our Facebook page is just every day we get more inspiring stories. People write in and share their success stories with us. Whether it's like trying to lose weight, hundreds of pounds, people have lost and written in. But yeah, just in addition to that, training for events, like they share what we call their non-scale victories, which are kind of even more powerful than seeing the number of pounds that someone has lost. Small accomplishments like, not needing the extender, seatbelt extender on the airplane. Those are kind of things that are, non-scale victories that kind of mean a lot more than a number to people.
Yeah. And I think it's a couple weeks ago, I was watching, I think it was like on the Discovery Channel or some like the TLC, and then they have a show about people that live in morbid obesity, and it broke my heart, seeing how their lives are affected by that, and you look at our society, we're growing, right, in this obesity epidemic. And almost everybody wants to be healthy, and I look at stuff like MyFitnessPal, the app. Like you said, it brings in clarity for the person on what they're doing for their health. And it also gives them, it gives them trackable results, right? Because isn't that one of the biggest things, right? You see as a dietitian is keeping people accountable, keeping people accountable. Yeah. Now you were mentioning about like the Facebook page, and also I noticed like on the website there's a really big community behind it. How important is that?
Yeah, it's huge. Losing weight or trying to just get healthier in general, it can be hard, and no one or not everyone has the support that they need at home or from friends, unfortunately. So our community is kind of amazing. We have these forums that have kind of grown over the years, and it's, a bunch of like-minded people sharing tips and tricks, what worked for them, providing inspiration, and like you said, that layer of accountability. Just kind of, knowing that people are in the app and kind of looking for you and, looking for your updates, and, everyone's just kind of helping each other out. It just is really great for keeping people kind of engaged, inspired, and wanting to keep going. So, our community is wonderful.
Yeah, I've been on there. I've seen some of the encouragement that people are giving. Sometimes people get a down day, and they post that up, and people just comment on there, and they're just like, "Hey, you know what? Keep going," and just words of encouragement. That's always needed. That's always needed. So what are some tips that you can give to our listeners of how to get their best experience of using the app and that kind of stuff?
Yeah. I have a few of my top 3 tips. The first is just to use it. It sounds really, really simple, but 88% of our members who log meals for 7 days, if they're trying to lose weight, they do lose weight. So it does work. But also, the more you use MyFitnessPal, the easier and faster it's to use. So we have this cool feature, which you probably noticed, automatic memory features. It kind of, MyFitnessPal will learn your eating patterns, not only surfacing the foods that you eat frequently, but also the foods that you kind of eat together. So, for example, when I track my breakfast, it knows that when I go to hit that yogurt, it also says you also normally eat granola and this, slices of pear with it. So it just kind of, the more you use it, the easier it gets. So that's my tip number 1. Number 2 is to get your friends on board, and to make friends within the app, take advantage of our really awesome community. But, if you have friends within the app who are kind of looking out for you, cheering you along, you can, post status updates and workout updates. It's just kind of nice to, see your friends that like your workouts, and kind of cheer you along. Our users that are more engaged in this way also lose 2 times more weight on average than users who don't have friends within MyFitnessPal. And the third one is just to connect MyFitnessPal with as many other devices and apps that you can, because that information, it syncs seamlessly. So, you don't really need to think about tracking your exercise separately. Those calories just kind of appear in your diary. But so it's just that seamless sharing of information with apps and wearables. Just make it really more engaging and valuable for our users.
Awesome. So where do people get MyFitnessPal, and how do they find you guys on the web?
So we're located in the app, iOS and Android app stores. You just have to type in, search for MyFitnessPal. Also on the web, we are at MyFitnessPal.com. You can create an account right there as well. And then also we have a rather growing blog, I should say. We're putting out lots of great nutrition content, tips, recipes, workouts, inspiring success stories, all that on our blog, which is blog.myfitnesspal.com.
Awesome. And I recently saw in the news that you guys were acquired or you guys merged with Under Armour. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah, we're really excited about that. It was announced just the other week. But yeah, it's just kind of Under Armour's acquisition of MyFitnessPal, is kind of bringing together some really great health and nutrition platforms. So yeah, we can kind of help more people make a bigger difference, impact, millions and millions of more users now.
Yeah, that's so awesome. I was really excited when I saw that. I'm a huge Under Armour fan. And when I saw that, it just brings a testament to what you guys are doing and the impact that you guys are making to get on the scene like that and spark interest in a company like Under Armour. So congrats.
It's great that, it's great that companies like that are, really interested in the digital health space. I think Under Armour realizes that, we have a lot of power when we work together. So it should be exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes out in the future. And yeah, that was awesome. Great information today, Elle. Thank you for spending your time with us. Any last words you'd like to leave us with?
No, just download the app. And get engaged with our community. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, download the app. And the most important thing that you said was use it, right?
Use it.
You gotta use it. That's one of the things
It'll work.
That I see a lot of people, they download things or they get things, right? They buy some type of exercise equipment and it just kind of sits there. So guys, you've got to use the app and do it. And you guys are going to see some amazing results. I know that I have patients who use it and they've seen amazing results as well. So Elle, I thank you for your time and look forward to seeing the next developments that come out of you guys.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. It was nice chatting.
Oh, anytime. So if you don't already have MyFitnessPal app, go to the iTunes App Store or the Android App Store and download MyFitnessPal, or you can check out the show notes and there's a link that'll take you directly to the MyFitnessPal app. And then use it and track your goals and see how much this makes life easier to see your progression over the course of the next 15 to 30 days. And then you can also connect yourself to the community. You can connect yourself to the MyFitnessPal built-in community. And you can also tap into your social networks, especially Facebook, and then tap in with friends and see what they're doing and have them help you along on your health journey. Feel free to share this podcast with your friends and family and leave us a 5-star review on our iTunes channel. We love hearing feedback from you guys, whether it's positive or negative, and we want to connect with you. So head on over to our blog at whatupdocuniversity.com/blog and check out the show notes, check out all the links that we have prepared for you. And next week, kind of jumping off of what we're talking about today with tracking your nutrition, we're going to bring you another special guest. It's from a company called GreenChef that delivers organically grown products to your doorstep, already picked out for you with the recipes, and shows you how to cook healthy meals step by step. You don't want to miss next week's episode. Stay tuned for the What Up Doc University podcast with Dr. Mike.